In today's episode, we are going to be talking about, or really a reminder about when taking a difficult decision and you're still going to do it, and then all those fears come up, a reminder that everything's going to be okay, and if we choose that decision, we choose it, then it's because of something, and we shouldn't let our fears, or we shouldn't go into that decision with fear instead of with like infinite possibilities of the things that can happen. And yeah, instead of staying with the what if and going back and like not doing the thing because we're scared. So hopefully that makes sense. Welcome to another episode of Mono. Don't forget to subscribe, comment with at least 3 words, because that really supports the podcast, and like it puts out the video to lets the algorithm know to like push the video more. So that I would really appreciate if you comment, share, and like. So subscribe, comment, like, share. And yeah, so let's start the episode. Today's a very gloomy day. I actually woke up like pretty like good, but then after like, I think because of the decision I'm talking about, I started to get like fearful and like overthink and get overwhelmed. And even though I like this weather where the sun is not like hitting you, it definitely made me a bit more gloomier, I think. So I was actually hoping for it to rain right now so that I could dance in the rain, but I was just there and it was just like chispeando, pero it didn't rain like last time, or at least it hasn't yet. So yeah, if you guys want to know what the decision is, I am moving to New York. I'm moving to New York. I mean, it's kind of like a part-time thing where in the weekend I'm going to be here in Connecticut, and the weekdays I'm going to be in New York, living in New York, and at least until this month and maybe September, because yeah, I feel called to go back to New York. An opportunity came where my aunt was moving out, and I'm like, this is my chance, and I've been wanting to kind of be a bit more independent. And as being 24, you will think, oh, you should have your shit together, but no, I do not, and that's okay. And again, this is a reminder for us where who are figuring out, where you don't have to have everything figured out at 24, definitely not younger. And there's people who I know who are older than me and who are still figuring things out. So I know for sure I that was one of my biggest, and maybe still is one of the biggest struggles that I have of like, what am I supposed to do in my life? And little by little, I'm trying to understand a bit more. I'm understanding a bit more of like what I came here to do, not specifically on what, but like how, like being in small groups and kind of like discovering who I am, and through those strengths that I find, that esa naturalidad that I have, it's gonna help with whatever I do in the future and whatever I choose to do. And hopefully going back to New York, it's kind of leading to that, of like maybe meeting someone, or meeting or collaborating with a brand somehow, like those connections, that networking. And I definitely want to interview more, so I think that's going to help me out for sure on like sending more emails, interviewing people in New York. But nevertheless, it doesn't take out that it's scary, because I have to pay more in rent. I have to pay my own bills, like more than I usually do, maybe like some $200-$300 more, and I don't have a stable job. So when you think of all these stuff of like, how am I gonna do it, it's like, how am I gonna do it? And I feel like now I'm a bit more connected to this whole spiritual realm, and I've been guided, and there's a lot of confirmation of like, you should go, and you should go. And as much as resistance and fear there is, I feel like it's time to kind of like go and live this life of independence, of like figuring things out for yourself, and and seeing how the real world is, and when it's no longer a family. And don't get me wrong, I'm probably at some point gonna come back with my family, but as a different Andrea, as a grown up Andrea, and like a mature Andrea, and not in this like still doing things, um, or depending on family or parents, because I feel like as first gens, there's that, yeah, that familiar where we shouldn't leave our families, or we feel guilty leaving our families and saying what are they going to do without us. But at the end of the day, or something I've learned, is that they are also adults, and they can also figure things out themselves, and we don't have to feel, there is going to be that guilt, don't get me wrong, but we don't have to feel guilty, or we don't have to not do the decision that we want to do because it might affect others, and maybe it could be controversial, I don't know. But um, you know again, there's been, and I've seen a lot of cases where it's like we put our happiness aside, or we put what we want to do aside because of family, and reality is that if you were in there, they will figure it out at some point, and if they don't, then that's their responsibility as adults. They have to figure it out, and if they don't, then this is a lesson for them, where it's like you won't always depend on that person, and honestly, it's probably better sooner than later. But I've been in my own process, and I'm sure those who are listening have also been in their own process of whatever decision you want to make. You know, God, universe, whatever you believe in, has been leading us to this point to make the decision. And I think it's really interesting because I feel like now I feel a bit more of an adult, even though I'm 24. I used to be really scared of making phone calls, and I still do, but now it's a bit easier, or I don't take as long, or I don't procrastinate as much to do the call. Is it okay? Give me the phone and I'll do the whole translation thing and whatnot. So all of that is really interesting, and I could see like the little differences that I've made, even though it might not seem like a lot for me. Making phone calls has been a huge thing and a huge fight of like, I don't want to do phone calls. I hate phone calls. So yeah, I think one of the things I'm excited about, and let me know in the comments below if you live by yourself or you still live with family. But I'm really excited to kind of do my own things of like not using family as an excuse to not eat properly, or to not do the things that I have to do, or like all those excuses that sometimes we may have, where it's like, oh, we have to eat breakfast with family, or it was breakfast and then it ended up being 12 p.m. and now what are we doing? Or chismoseando. We don't. Sometimes we do chismosear, or like talk about our problems, and that also isn't healthy. So I'm gonna have a lot of alone time in New York, especially in the weekdays. So I'm really excited to kind of like see what's gonna happen, and today, out of all days, where this weekend I'm moving, I just got overwhelmed and scared of like, fuck, how am I gonna do this? And this morning I saw that I got paid last night, and one of the numbers that I have from the numbers that I have, it was a 222, and from a angelologa, from a how do you say it in Spanish? I mean in English, I don't know, but a class about angels, the number 222 is ten fe, and that's how I say I'm like connected more like spiritually, or to this invisible realm, because when I see those numbers, it's like, okay, this means something, or like it's not a coincidence, it's not as coincidencia, todo es diosidencia, how I heard Tanya say. And I feel like it's true, and like sometimes we ask for these signs and we blindly want to not see them, but they're there, and I see them, I acknowledge them, and I claim them, because I need to have a lot of faith, because I don't know how things are gonna turn out, and they could turn out amazingly, and with infinitas posibilidades, and with the mentorship that I'm in, I think it's gonna be easier. Sorry, I thought I had an insect in my head. And yeah, I think if anything, things are gonna change for the better, and that might even lead me to move somewhere else, and maybe not in the US but outside, so I'm also excited about that. But who knows? Again, I don't know what the future holds. I don't know why I'm moving to New York, and yeah, but it's an exciting thing, and I feel like I've been asking for this a lot. And let me know if you guys have, or what's the what's the decision that you guys are making right now, or have to make, or you want to make it, but because of fear, because of miedo, because of the lealtad familiar, or like what family is saying, or your self-confidence on like being certain that you can make the decision. What is that thing that you're trying to decide? And at least, if this is a sign for you, like, do it, like, do the thing. If that's like what you truly want to do, and you think it's gonna be like, it's un deseo profundo that you've been wanting to do, or like it's like this is it. And I heard, what's his name, Daryl, the one that canaliza, I forgot his name, man, but he was talking about how, I forgot. But I was gonna mention him porque, I don't remember why. I completely blanked out. But all of this is such an interesting thing, and then one of the main reasons I'm sharing this is because I know there's people out there who, also want to do the thing, and also like, maybe could see the signs from the universe, but still do that. And I did a therapy session this week. I bought another thing, a ritual with an angelologa, and I'm thinking of doing a therapy session with her as well. I bought something else for September for un oráculo, and I feel like I want all these confirmations, but at the end of the day, I think I know what the answers are, or like what I have to do, and really just connecting more and tuning in more with my own spirituality, or with my own connection with the universe, with God, with my angels, with my guias, everybody who's like, there's like so many, like, if you think you're not being guided, like, you are so wrong. And I hope I connect in a more subtle way, but I hope to connect more in a more one-on-one, or like being able to like, have dreams and whatnot, because everybody's connection with their guides is going to be different. But a sign of a butterfly or a ladybug or a feather can mean something for you, and like that's a sign, that's a confirmation for you. So this is a very short episode. I just want to like share, because for me, sometimes I feel like I make decisions of, oh yeah, let's do this, but then like when it starts creeping in, it's like I get really nervous and I get really scared, and it's like, fuck, am I making the right decision? Should I do this? Should I just stay? What is like using family as an excuse, and also financially is a big issue. New York is definitely not cheap, and it's so chaotic over there too, so I don't know why God wants me to go back there, but I'm following my intuition. I'm doing things with certainty, with certeza, or like, okay, if I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna like let all of that work on my favor, and let amazing things happen, milagros, things that I would never expected that would happens. And I think, again, that's why I share this, because I don't know what's gonna happen, and whatever I do learn, I'm gonna share it with y'all, and it's gonna be exciting, because it hopefully inspires you to do the thing, or to maybe whatever I learn, you could it helps you with your journey, and whatever miracles happen, like, you can know that miracles happen to you, even though you should already know that. But if you don't believe it, then you should know that too. And and again, that's one of the main reasons why I'm going to New York, is because God, universe, our angels, our spirit guides, they're always there helping us, and if we ask for help, they're gonna give it to us, and we just gotta be open to receiving. We gotta be open to receiving. So if anything, it makes it all super exciting. Of like, hey, how is the universe gonna help me out? How is God gonna help me out? How are my angels gonna help me out? How is my grandma gonna help me out? How are all these spirit guides that I don't even know who are helping me helping me out, and my Nawales, my like this cultura Maya that I'm learning about, the plants, like being to connect with plants, and like them helping me out as well, and then myself and my certainty and my confidence and my trust within myself. How is that and gonna help me out as well, you know? So all of that is really exciting. I hope this helped you out some way or another. I didn't really feel like making a video today, but I think maybe somebody has to hear this, like a message, or really just a reminder for myself of like, girl, you got this. Estás acompañada with so many amazing individuals that you don't even know, and family as well, like being supportive as well, like, you know, I'm scared for you, but I know you'll figure it out. I know everything's gonna be okay, and I'll let you be free. I'll let you take the decision, and I won't influence the decision for you, or like put any more miedo than you already have. So all of that again is really interesting on how family is supporting my decisions as well, and hopefully, you know, your family or the people that you surround yourself with support with sometimes crazy ideas, but sometimes you know that that's what needs to happen. So yeah, I'm super excited for you, for us, and yeah, good luck with your journey. Good luck with the decision that you have to make if you haven't done so already. And let me know in the future. Send me DMs, comment down below like a month later, like this happened and that happened because I chose it, and con certeza, con confianza, with knowing that the universe is gonna be like behind me, helping me out, supporting me, and pushing me forward so I don't give up. And yeah, so let me know. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe, comment at least 3 words to help me and like the algorithm push my podcast. My goal is to hit 200 subscribers by July, so definitely do so. And yeah, I'm super excited. See you in August. I think August is gonna be such an amazing month. If you speak Spanish and you listen to or if you don't listen to Fer Broca, go listen to his episode about what's gonna happen in August, like la energía en agosto, and I think it's pretty cool. I think it's gonna be a really interesting month, definitely a month of manifestation. Leo energy is coming up, so definitely is that como I got this, you can't tell me what to do type of energy is coming up. So I think that makes it a really exciting month. And yeah, thank you. I think this episode definitely like lifted me up a bit. I'm a bit gloomy, I feel like crying. I was like, please universe, like just hug me and like tell me everything's gonna be okay. I can't wait for it to start raining so I could go dance in the rain, and hopefully you do too. I did this last week, and it's such a like amazing feeling of just like dancing in the rain and just being that is that abrazo that I'm talking about, but with rain. And yeah, it's such a liberating, and like when you connect like that with nature. So definitely do so. I definitely recommend it. And I'm gonna stop talking because I could keep talking just about anything, just like random stuff. I that keeps coming up in my, not even my head, but just keeps coming out of my mouth. So with that being said, have an amazing, beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.